Good morning. Welcome back to yet another section of V's with Words. In our last class, we went through the short story Appointment in Samara, written by William Somerset Maugham. Today, we are going to discuss the brief summary of the story, Fatalism and the question answers. William Somerset Maugham wrote this interesting version of short story said to be an fable or folk tale. What is fable? Fables are the more popular didactic stories in the American course of literature. What it is didactic stories? Didactic means intended to teach moral instruction. Those stories personify animals to teach lessons to humans. They are part of an older tradition of oral storytelling that many cultures used to teach their youth and remind their elders of how to live a good life. Somerset Maugham's tale is not a fable, as it does not use animals, but it still tells a tale to teach a lesson. So I think all of you understood what it is fable. Through animal characters, fables teach us a lesson. But in the case of Appointment in Samara, we can't see any animal characters, but it teaches a lesson. Maugham's version of the Appointment in Samara is very airy. Airy means strange and frightening. The first point of airy tone is the opening. How the story opens, have you remembered? Death speaks. So, it is airy. Death is a speaking, breathing, moving entity is scary. Scary means causing fear. Though short, this story has enough insight into the facts of life that cause chills. When death tells the merchant that she had planned to meet the servant later on in a place the servant is running to, Maugham offers his moral. Perhaps more than one moral exists. The tone is fascinating because it is deceptively simple and somewhat misleading because of the point of view. So here the tone of the story is extremely interesting because it is very simple and somewhat misleading because of the point of view. The author clearly indicates the point of view with the centered line that begins the fable. The speaker is Death. Death relates the story of the Baghdad merchant who sends his servant to the marketplace, and the servant recounts his frightening experience there. He started to give an account of his experience to his master. Death relates the story of the Baghdad merchant who sends his servant to the marketplace, and the servant recounts his frightening experience there, seeing death. The servant started to give an account of an experience he had in the Baghdad market to his master. Death is a woman, and the servant says that Death jostled him and made a threatening gesture. The servant asked the merchant to lend him a horse so he can ride to Samarra to escape Death's plan for him. Death then says the merchant went to the marketplace and saw me in the crowd and asked about the incident. Then the merchant went down to the marketplace and he saw me standing in the crowd, and he came to me and said, "Why did you make a threatening gesture to my servant when you saw him this morning?" This sentence offers perhaps the most important clue as to the tone of this short piece of writing. Death, the speaker, has an omniscient viewpoint and begins in what seems to be the third person, but here abruptly switches to a first person narrative. Actually, Death knows all the things well. In the final line, the story's surprise and irony are revealed. That Death was not threatening the servant, but merely reacting with surprise to see him in Baghdad, because she had an appointment with the servant tonight in Samarra. But even though the switch to a first person perspective and revelation of the appointment to reveal Death's all powerful perspective and control over human fate, there is a slightly confusing question here. If Death is in control of the servant's fate, why is she not able to predict the servant's actions as well? This suggests Death is not quite all powerful after all. Yet it also suggests that the fate of Death, referred to as an appointment, is inescapable and final. Here, actually, the word appointment means death. The story is therefore slightly confusing and mysterious, despite its simplicity and brevity. Brevity means shortness. Definitely, it may be confusing and mysterious. Even it is very simple and short. Its tone feels very straightforward, but the information revealed is ultimately very serious and threatening. The overwhelming concept of escaping one's fate is apparent throughout Somerset Maugham's appointment in Samarra by the many elements that surrounded the central theme of death, including the tone, narrator, and rising actions. Actually, in our last class, we went through the theme, plot, characters in detail. I want to speak about again the theme of the poem. Here, fate is an important role in this short story. So, the overwhelming concept of escaping one's fate is apparent throughout Somerset Maugham's appointment in Samarra by the many elements that surrounded the central theme of death, including the tone, narrator, and rising actions. In order to fully understand the central theme of the short story, we must first look at the background details such as the setting. I think all of you remembered well where is the story settled. The story takes place in Baghdad, Iraq, during a time that we can assume was pre-21st century. This assumption can be made because in the exposition, Death introduces the characters by saying there was a merchant in Baghdad who sent his servant to buy provisions. In modern times, it would be unusual for someone to have a servant. Also, the fact that the use of horse as a means for transportation further proves the point of the setting being in pre-industrial times. So, these are the two clues. With the help of these two clues, we can say that it was pre-21st century. The narrator of the story is also told in the point of view of death, which is important because it gives a different perspective to the narrative, which can usually be seen from either the servant or the merchant. When the servant goes into market, he gets startled by death, which is played by a female character. He was so frightened that he went back to his merchant and asked for his horse so he could flee to Samarra to escape death. A concept that, as the reader we know, is an impossible task since death is obviously something that is unavoidable. But in the narrative, death is seen as a real person instead of an action, therefore personifying the servant's fate. This is a very relatable point in the story because it is something that most people, including myself, have done. For example, many people do things such as take drugs or flee a situation when they want to get away from their problems. You have seen such people in your life. The harsh truth is that the problems are still there in the end. Just like in Appointment in Samarra, when the servant flees to another city, his problem is still there and he cannot escape it. During the climax of the story, the merchant goes to the market to speak to Death and confront him about the altercation he had with his servant. Then the merchant went down to the marketplace and he saw me standing in a crowd and he came to me and said, "Why did you make a threatening gesture to my servant when you saw him this morning?" "That was not a threatening gesture," I said. "It was only a start of surprise. I was astonished to see him in Baghdad, for I had an appointment with him tonight in Samarra." In these last few lines, we learn that Death was actually planning on heading to Samarra that night, the town where the servant had fled to. This is ironic because the very place where the servant was trying to cheat Death was the very place where he will come to terms with her. This is the part of the story where we can really come to understand the true concept of the narrative. Nobody can escape the inevitable fate called death. The tone of the entire story is quite a depressing one as well. William Somerset Maugham's appointment in Samara, the overwhelming concept is the inevitable fate of death. The servant tries to escape death by fleeing town, but eventually death finds him. The following action and resolution can be assumed since there isn't one written in the text. Actually, he didn't give the details how the death will meet the servant. It can be assumed that death catches up with the servant in Samara and kills him. It also is assumed that there is uncertainty when it comes to what happens to the merchant. Some things in life are just sure, and no matter what choices you make in life, there might just be a certain outcome. To some, that might be unsettling, but on the other hand, it might be reassuring. It all just depends on the way the person looks at the situation. So I hope all of you understood the minute details of the story Appointment in Samara. Now we are going to speak about fatalism. Have you heard about fatalism? What is fatalism? Belief that people cannot change the way events will happen, and that especially bad events cannot be avoided. It is fatalism. In other words, we can say a doctrine that events are fixed in advance so that human beings are powerless to change them. We can also say that the belief that all events are predetermined and therefore inevitable. So fatalism means people cannot change our fate. All the things what is happening around us in our life, it is because of fate. We can't change our fate, especially the bad events. We human beings are powerless to change our fate. It is already fixed. That concept is known as fatalism. Now we are going to speak about fatalism in this story Appointment in Samara. The elements of death and fatalism are evident in the story Appointment in Samara. The story begins with the quote from Somerset Maugham. In the quote, Maugham personalizes death and presents it as a woman who scares a servant from Baghdad, forcing him to flee to Samara. However, when asked by the master why she made a threatening gesture to the servant, the woman says that she had an appointment with the servant in Samara later that night. This is an element of fatalism and a foreshadow in which the author seeks to have the reader understand that no one can run away from his or her own fate and death. I think all of you understood what is fatalism. Now we are going to discuss the question answers in this short story Appointment in Samara. So all of you please take the textbook, page number 62. Where is the story set? Here they already given here options: in Samara, in England, in Baghdad, in Russia. Where is the story set? In Baghdad. Why did the servant go to the market? The servant went to the market to buy provisions. Why did the servant go to Samara? There are 4 options here: because he got a new appointment there, because he wanted to escape death, because he wanted to escape from his master, because he wanted to buy some provisions. Which is the right answer? Because he wanted to escape death. Then we are going to discuss the short answer questions. Who is the narrator of this story? Death is the narrator of the story. At the beginning of the tale, we read, "Death speaks." From that sentence, we can identify Death is the narrator of the story. Why was Death surprised at seeing the servant in Baghdad? Death was surprised to see the servant at Baghdad because he had an appointment with the servant in Samara last night. Third question: why did the servant flee to Samara? The servant fled to Samara in order to escape death. What do you think is the theme of the story? The theme of the story is that you cannot escape death by hiding or running away. What does appointment mean in this tale? Appointment in this tale means the arrival of death at the fixed time and place. To whom is the story being told? The story is being told to Sheppey. I think all of you remembered well in the first class we already revealed that Somerset Maugham added this short story in the concluding part of his play Sheppey as a conversation between the protagonist Sheppey and death. Seventh question: usually death approaches others. In the story, the merchant approaches death. What does that signify? It signifies that when it is time for death, she approaches the victim who is her target and does not take anyone she sees. Then we are going to discuss the paragraph questions. Comment on the language of this tale. The language of the tale is rather strange. It has been written just in 7 sentences. The narration of the story is the first person. The I in the tale refers to death, to the servant and to the merchant. The lack of punctuation marks, especially quotation marks, also causes confusion. Except these, the style is quite simple. Through simple language, the author conveys a strong message. When it is time for death, it will certainly take place. There is no escape from it. Usually, death is personified as a male, but here it is represented by a female and she is used to represent it. Fatalism, the theme of the tale, is something strange. So the author employs a kind of absurd language to narrate the story. This is the kind of style used by authors of absurd literature. Next question, discuss how the story expounds fatalism. It is very important question. University is repeatedly asking this question. Fatalism is the theme of the story. Every individual has to face death, but no one knows when and where death will come. When the appointed time comes, death will overcome its victims. Every attempt to flee away from death is in vain. The time and place and manner of death is predestined. Age, sex, position, wealth, or worldly achievements cannot in any way influence and avert death. Emperors, rulers, champions, saints all have to succumb to death at the fixed time. The servant in the tale flees from Baghdad to Samarra to escape from death or from fate. But death follows him and seizes him there. No one can prevent their fate. The little tale reveals this truth of fatalism. Why do you think death is gendered in this tale? Traditionally, death is imagined as a male force. According to Western thought, the vehicle of death is a chariot pulled by horses. In Indian mythology, death's carriage is he, buffalo. In this tale, death is described as a woman. The servant in the tale reports to his master that he was jostled by a woman in the crowd, and when he turned, he saw it was death. Death in the form of a woman made a threatening gesture. So the servant lent the merchant's horse and fled to Samarra in order to avoid his fate. Death is described as a woman in the tale, maybe because it has supernatural theme or because it belongs to the category of absurd literature. Another possibility is that in ancient Sufi tales, death was treated as a female character. Next, we are going to speak about the essay question. When we are writing essay question, you don't forget to add a paragraph about the author, and you should give 2 or 3 sentences about the particular work in the same paragraph. Question: how does Maugham bring out the idea of fatalism in this tale? Actually, we met this question as a paragraph. Maugham's story Appointment in Samarra has fatalism as its theme. Many literary works belong to the various periods have used fatalism as their theme. Novelists like Thomas Hardy has treated this theme very successfully. Fatalism is the belief that events are decided by fate. So all that happens has to be accepted as inevitable. A blind faith in fatalism will prevent human beings from getting involved in life's activities. In Christian theology, there is also the idea of free will. God has given man both predestination and free will. Predestination contains the idea of fatalism. Free will gives man the discretion to choose and to reject things. This allows man the freedom to decide for oneself what should or should not be done. This is highly confusing to ordinary minds. People generally have a tendency to accept fatalism. God is almighty, and what is decided by Him will certainly happen. In the story Appointment in Samara, Maugham uses fatalism as its theme. The merchant servant is sent to the marketplace to buy provisions. There in the crowd he was jostled by a woman. When he turned, she looked at him and made a threatening gesture. The servant realizes that the woman is death. He was terrified. He wanted to escape from there. He lent the merchant's horse and fled as fast as he could. His destination was Samara. It was of no use. Death had decided to take his life from Samara. Death did not expect the servant at Baghdad. The conclusion of the story is that death will come at the appointed time, at the appointed place, and in the appointed manner. No individual, however powerful he may be, can escape death. Thus, Maugham has brought out the idea of fatalism very successfully in this little story. All of you go through the summary of the story. Fatalism, it is the main theme in this story, and the question answers which we discussed. Once again, I remind you, university is repeatedly asking the textual questions. So we will meet in the next class with a new article. Thank you.